This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked! I thought you forgot for a second.
I'm trying to pause. Because I think I paused a really long time. Because we were making it up in the moment.
Well, I was reading it.
Well, no, we read, when we did the intro, we wrote lines. You were like, we should probably say what the name of the podcast is. So we were like, okay, right. You'll say this is Nosey with Good Intentions. The podcast. But you added the podcast.
Well, we had to introduce ourselves.
And then I said, wouldn't it be funny, our noses are in every nook and cranny. And you were like, oh, that sounds good. So I was like, in every nook and cranny, I'll say that. And then you were like, we should probably say our names.
Yes, sir.
And then, so we did it. At the very end, it was sort of like, it needs a finisher. And I was like, guiding your noses today. And you start laughing. And I was that worked. So I was like, we have an intro. It was the very first time we ever did it. So there's sort of a pregnated pause.
Well done, sir. It came out beautifully. Going on 2 years.
Here we go. Who knew?
Oh, Lordy. So, do you have a Raptors quote for us today, sir?
Okay, so I have a good one.
Okay.
So it's Bob the Drag Queen.
Okay. I like Bob the Drag Queen. Yeah, he's a beast.
Love. But he actually, so Drag Race, which I've never seen an episode of. But
I've seen several seasons.
Again, I watch all the stuff around the episode. One of the shows is called The Pit Stop.
Yeah.
Because, it's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Pit Stop,
yeah,
right.
The Pit Stop is usually they have the guys come out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They have the guys that come out that have on draws and then they do whatever the next competition is.
Oh, no, that's
the pit crew.
That's the pit crew, yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, The Pit Stop is where they talk about the episode. That happened.
Like a behind the scenes, yeah.
Sort of, yeah. But it's like they talk about it from a drag queen perspective.
Okay.
They watch the episode and then they talk about the episode and the people that were in it. Okay. So anyway, one of those episodes, Bob the Drag Queen is one of the hosts.
Okay.
And in one of those episodes, they're talking about the rapping or music writing challenge.
Okay.
And so in that episode, he just off the cuff comes up with rap verses and they're all good.
He makes music in real life too.
He
right?
does.
Yeah.
So anyway, he just released a song called Black, which
you can't sing that song?
I don't really
it doesn't apply to you.
I love the other two parts. I'm not sure I'm feeling his part, which is weird because love.
Right.
I think Bob the Drag Queen is so funny. And I think he's actually a really good lyricist.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, that part I was like, this is okay. The other two parts, the other two features, I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, bitch, they killed that. His part, I'm like, it's okay. But anyway, before he released that song, he released a TikTok sort of mini song, I guess.
They said
it's called Bitch Like Me.
Okay.
Anyway, in that song, in that little mini song, he says one of the lines that he just off the cuff came up with at the pit stop, which I love. I can't say it as fast as him, so I'm going to say it white slow.
White slow. That's the name of the episode.
So it's, I went from rags to riches by straight gagging bitches. If I'm on Twitter, starting shit, I'm tagging bitches.
Okay.
And I'm like, yes. Off the cuff. Just out of the blue, just came up with that.
So he's basically, he gonna at you.
Yeah, oh yes. And he does. Which is what makes it funny is because he's like, no. You're going to be a part of the tweet.
You'll be included. We're very inclusive around here.
Yeah. He's like, no.
You get to smoke too.
Welcome. So it sounds better at his speed and his vocal with rapping.
Oh, like his cadence.
Cadence. That's a good word.
Yeah.
His cadence. Yeah. Yeah, but it's really good.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So what's on your mind this week?
I don't know if we did this one, but we're gonna roll with it.
We're gonna find out.
Once I say it, you'll be like, we already did that one. But
that's okay. You're getting bad at deleting them.
Yeah, I am. Can parents stifle kids' dreams? What? What's wrong with that?
Is this the daddy tissue episode?
Well, it might be. We might make our way down that yellow brick road.
I felt it in my spirit. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Tagging bitches. Yeah. I hear
See,
you.
Look now accordingly.
I hear you. Yes.
Damn, no.
Is the short answer. But I don't think it's I don't know if it's necessarily intentional. Like, I do think there are some parents, like I've seen some moms and daughters, and I'm like, girl, let your daughter breathe. Like, stop. Like, it's competitive.
Oh, like they're trying to one up them?
I want you to be pretty, but not prettier than me.
Which I never understood that.
And I'm like, you're the you're the mom.
You're supposed to be uplifting,
Sit
not
down.
suppressing.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like,
that's not your
girl,
job.
you've already had your life.
Yeah.
Have several seats. Have sex with the mailman.
Sex with the mailman.
Like, you don't need when you rise to level of mother in age.
Yes.
Hopefully in age.
Whether it be 14 or 40.
Hopefully not 14, but like, if you're the mom and you have a daughter, your daughter should do the young girl stuff and you should do the MILF stuff.
That, and then be kind of schooling your kid. Yeah, on
schooling your kid.
You know, like on what moves.
Doesn't that mean like beating them?
No. Like teaching them, giving them game.
But sorry. I didn't mean like physically beating them. I meant like,
it also means
I'm about to school you in basketball, motherfucker.
Yeah, it does also mean that. But in this context, it means like giving you game.
Okay.
Like,
I wasn't given game.
Yeah, me neither. Not even a little bit. I got game from big bro, little bro, and middle bro.
You got game from
this game called life. Trial and error.
From the tribe.
Yes.
Okay.
Takes a village.
Turns out.
Yeah, so that's how I learned the ropes, so to speak.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like your parents suppressed any of your dreams? You don't have to name one specific.
I don't think that I don't like, I've recently, funny enough, I've had this conversation a few times because I feel like I've hit this point with pickleball where I'm not really competitive. Here's what I mean. The word competitive is the wrong word. And so finally, within a few conversations of this, somebody brought up the word grit. And I was like, maybe that's the word.
Expand.
So
Expound.
Like when I was a kid, I loved basketball.
Yeah.
Like I had so much fun with it. I just picked it right up. And so when I was in third grade, I was playing with the 8th graders.
Right. Well, you were also probably tall.
Well, I was taller than the 3rd graders, but I was still a short 8th grader. Like, because I was in 3rd grade.
Right, yeah.
You know, I was probably a medium tall 6th grader.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I was a short 8th grader because I was in 3rd grade.
Hey, they're little now.
Who?
Kids. They're like, some of them are, it's like they're either really, really short or really, really tall.
I think we're just old.
That too.
I think we're just old, and we're past that point where we don't remember how tall we were.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Well, I was always short, so I was kind of screwed. I'm not short anymore. Yes. No, seriously.
When you said, I don't know why when you said that, I thought of Megan Thee Stallion Crybaby song where she goes, wow, 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 lay on my stomach, do the Crybaby. I don't know why that was one
I'm not laying down, popping my ass in there.
So anyway,
playing ball with 8th graders as a 3rd grader.
So when I was in 3rd grade, I played with the 8th graders.
Right.
Obviously not on the team because I was in 3rd grade, but I went to their practices. I did all that stuff. So anyway, and I won.
You were competitive. You showed grit.
I wasn't competitive. I was having so much. I think, okay, we'll get to the competitive word in a second. I was just having a lot of fun and I picked it up and I I'm competitive with me, I guess is where I'm going with it. Anyway, so, but what would happen was I was in third grade.
Yeah.
So I had to play with my third grade peers.
Yeah. Demolish.
Well, so what my parents would do, because my mom sort of ran that part of the basketball for elementary school. She was she was one of the PE teachers. Mm. But so because it was my mom, what she would do, her and my dad decided that I would play for Team A against Team B. And when Team A had such and such number of points,
you switch teams,
aka me, I would go to Team B, and now Team B would get however many points and would tie the game or get it close, and then they would flip me back to Team A. And so I just went back and forth between Team A and Team B. So I won either way, but the score at the end wowould look
a little balanced,
close.
Yeah.
Because my mom and dad were like, regulate us, they were regulating the score as I was bouncing back and forth between Team A and Team B.
Try to balance it out.
And because the kids, they hated me when I was on Team A because they were on Team B. But when I moved over to Team B, I was their favorite person. But Team A hated me. Yeah. So I had this weird... Now, fast forwarding in life, I have this very weird, like sometimes if my opponent hits it in the net, I'll just hit it in the net next time to be like, I hope you don't feel bad. And I hope you'll play with me again. Huh? Do you know what I mean? I have this weird, that's what I'm saying. So my competitiveness is really just with me because I play myself. Growing up, it was just me. Well, maybe that's with a group of people that just sort of danced around me while I did the work.
Well, maybe that's more so because you can't control the other people, but you can control what you do.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because you can control how hard you try.
So I'll give you a good example, a recent example. Not this past weekend when you saw me play. That was terrible. I'm so sorry.
Good.
I'm so sorry you had to see that. That was the worst. I almost quit 5 times. I was just so, the wind, everybody has those days where cold. Everything is against you.
You weren't doing bad.
And it doesn't matter how hard you fight, everything's against you.
But and anyway. The people you play with are cool too. I'm glad I went to eat with y'all. They're cool.
I'm glad you did too.
I was going to invite them to my my hood rich spot where I watch football when you were like, where should we go? And I said, well, not that place. And then I told the guy.
Rich? Oh, is it expensive?
Hell no. It's half off all day. It's just ghetto as fuck.
I would have loved that.
I don't know if the young ladies would have been comfortable.
They would have been fine.
It's a ghetto ass spot.
You've met them.
Yeah, now that I know them, but I didn't meet
of the white women. They'll be just fine.
Well, I hadn't met them officially, the two of them. In a relaxed situation.
Okay, so let me give you an example.
They're cool as hell.
So you met. I don't. We'll just call her partner.
Okay,
my mixed doubles partner. So she'll kill somebody.
Yeah.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she would have been fine now that I've met her in the setting.
So, not this past one, but the one before that we won. We were playing against, I'm just going to call her actual name because it's funny.
Okay.
Heather was her name.
Okay.
And she had a male partner. Mm-hmm. They were playing against me, male, and my female partner. So, I hit Heather in the titty.
Not the titty.
And I was like, oh my God, Heather, I'm so sorry. Heather, are you okay? I'm so sorry. In the process of the games, I hit her 2 more times in the titties. All 3 of which, now, Only is telling me this later on. And he's recounting the story and he's cracking up. And he goes, every time you would go, Heather, I'm so sorry. Are you okay, Heather?
So dramatic. Save those tatas.
My female partner hits her in the titty, turns around and goes side out and walks back to nothing to Heather.
Fuck them titties.
Listen, he said, I laughed so hard. And I said, that's what I'm missing though. In the moment of the game, I need to learn how to go, you're just in my way. You other team, you're just in my way. I just need to beat you, and then we can go have lunch.
Yeah.
We can be friends when the game ends.
So you're trying to be friendly during the game.
Listen, I make jokes. I talk across the net. I'm like, "Ooh, girl, good shot."
Motherfucker ain't on your team.
Listen, my partner goes, "Shut up."
Absolutely.
Listen, one time they got my partner got a good smack, and I went, "God, that was a good shot." And she goes, "It went by me," and I was like, "I know it was really good."
That's not how the game is played.
But you know what I'm saying, though. But that's me. But a lot of that, maybe all of it, stems from I never had a team. I bounced between teams. And so it was like, it was this weird balancing. And I did that for years. Like, this wasn't a game. I did that for years, bouncing back and forth between teams. Because that was the only way to make it fair.
Oh, Mike Jordan.
Well, it was just because I had the opportunity. I got to practice with everybody.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Like, you know how in sixth grade you get to be, you can like ask to be like the water boy.
Yeah.
I was the water boy in fifth grade. Like, he was like, I don't even care about the sixth graders. I want you, because he wanted me to be also, because I was already in the practices anyway.
Oh yeah.
He was like, familiar, "You're already here. The team already knows you. Yeah. You know you know the job because you've been doing it for years. Right. So just do it." You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I think it stems from that. Like, I know. So this one guy, he says out loud, genuinely, me and him are playing singles. And he goes, "If you beat me 11-0 again, I'm not playing." So I let him have 2 points.
What the fuck?
So then,
seek and destroy, sir.
So then, here's what happened though. When the game ended at 11-2, he was like, "All right, let's do it again." But if I would have won 11-0, in my mind, whether or not this is true or not, he wouldn't have played with me.
He would have took his ball and went home.
He'd have left.
That's some bitch ass shit.
But you know what I'm saying though?
That's some bitch ass shit.
So I gave him 2 points. Listen, one day, I was playing with this, it was me and another guy, and I didn't know any of these 3 guys. It was just random. They call it open play. You just show up and play. So I was playing with somebody, I think it was the first time we had played together. We were just absolutely winning. So I just stopped.
Huh?
I just started like, I'll just try a new shot.
Oh, because it got too easy. That's different than being competitive.
Easy is the wrong word, but it was just like, we had played a couple of games, like rotating. And so I was of the 3 of them, he was the better player of the 3 of them.
Okay. And he was your partner?
Like, he at that point, now he's my partner. I've played against him twice, once with each of them. And now we're on a team. And I'm thinking like, well, you're the better player of the 3 of them. We're going to destroy them, yeah. I don't really need to do anything. So we were winning. And so one of the guys on the other side, he was like, "I work here. And I've got a whole nother shift left." And he said, I'm just having a terrible time. So you just suck. So I let him win.
Huh?
And at the end, I said, "You won. Congratulations."
But see, you knew deep down inside I could have destroyed you.
Didn't matter. It didn't matter. It made his day.
Why are you trying to make his day?
It was open play. Who cares?
You should care.
But that's what I'm saying though. So grit was the word that we finally came to. And I was like, I just don't think I have it. Like my dad loves to tell this story because he loves to shit on me. Here's my daddy tissues. My dad would love for me to be more competitive.
Okay.
It kills him that I'm not competitive. And so I played tennis in middle school. Okay, let me tell you a quick story about tennis. So I had never played tennis, but I was in middle school. Mm-hmm. And it was the first opportunity that I had because the middle school opened my 6th grade year.
Okay, so it was brand new.
So 5th grade, I was still at the elementary school, but it was K through 8. And I was the water boy for the basketball team.
Oh, okay.
So then I moved into 6th grade at the middle school. It's now the elementary school is K through 5. So my group was the first one, 6, 7, that went 6th, 7th, and 8th grade at the middle school.
That's what I've always had.
So, but 6th grade, you couldn't play. You could be the manager. So I was the manager for the basketball team. Yeah. But my 7th grade year, I was going to get to play. Okay. I was going to get to play, try out for the teams. Yeah. So I tried out for soccer, made it. I did play soccer when I was a kid a little bit. Nothing like major.
Yeah, I played a dabble of soccer.
Yeah, like like rec league soccer. It wasn't it wasn't no elite,
No AAU.
No. But so I played soccer in the fall, and then the winter,
fallish, yeah.
Fall, winter, spring.
Yeah.
I played basketball.
Yeah, because indoors, yeah.
And then in the spring, I didn't have anything because I hated baseball.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan. I played T-ball one year, and I would throw the bat after I hit the ball. Like, not on purpose, like in conjunction with the swing. So I was like, this is my last and only time playing.
Yeah. I hated baseball.
It's very boring if you're not hitting. Am I wrong?
It was boring when I was hitting. So, but I hated baseball. I think what I hated about baseball was you have to stand there and somebody hurls a ball at you. And I'm like, we're kids. And there was only one guy that was actually a good pitcher.
Right.
And he was 2 years younger than me.
Damn.
So I didn't meet him until the end, like when I was quitting.
Fuck this shit.
But anyway, he was really good though. But I'm going to stand here with this little bat and you're going to sling something at me and you're a kid. And we're trying to learn how to aim. Bitch. So anyway, I hated baseball. So I didn't want to play baseball. But I was like, God, I really want to do. Like I was fat, but I still wanted to like
participate.
I played sports all the time. So I thought, so they announced that they were going to have a tennis team. I'd seen it on TV. Yay. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you know what? I could try to do that. I mean, surely, God.
Can't be that hard.
So they say who the coach is. So I go to the guidance counselor who was the coach. She's very nice. And I said, hey, I've never played tennis, but can I try out?
Right.
Well, I made the team.
To say the least, I made the team.
I was the number 1 seed. But here's why.
Because you're better than everybody else.
Well, no, I was the only one. I was the only one that never played tennis. No, I think there was one more that didn't play tennis. There was me and another guy didn't play tennis. He got 4th seed.
That's good too.
Yeah. But we had never played. But, I'll chase the ball.
Yeah, if you got good hand-eye coordination and you're a sponge, you can listen.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just would hit it back. Sometimes just being that person that'll hit it back, the other person gets frustrated.
Like, damn, they keep hitting it back.
They're like, motherfucker, stop this damn ball. So anyway, I got number 1 seed.
Okay.
So I practiced, I would really try to figure out how to do stuff. And so 2 of the number 1 seeds from another middle school, they were ranked. They were ranked in the state.
Damn.
They were both good, both female, both very good. I almost beat both of them.
You could play against it. It was mixed singles.
No, it was singles.
But
we didn't play doubles.
I mean, is it considered mixed if it's?
Well, in middle school, it doesn't matter. It was a co-ed sport.
Oh,
yeah. In middle school, in high school, they separated it into men's and women's tennis. We didn't have a men's tennis team by the time I got to high school. Yeah. Whatever. We tried. Like there was a group of us that tried to get it together. We even found a teacher that would sponsor it and be the coach or whatever. But anyway, it never worked out. So I only played 2 years in middle school. But anyway, I practiced and I really tried and I went to a couple of tournaments and I lost and my dad hated it. But what he hated was I just hit it back to him.
Oh, you weren't trying.
And he's like, you should make them move. And I'm like, I know, but if I don't hit it to them, they won't hit it back.
That's not the objective.
And he goes, that's not the point of the game. And I went, well, okay. I still almost won.
Damn.
You know what I mean, though?
Sir, there's an objective.
What I'm saying
there's a strategy.
But a lot of that, I think, stemmed from all these years of being everybody's teammate. I was everybody's teammate, therefore I was no one's teammate.
Everyone's special.
Right. We're all special in our own way.
So none of us are special. Maybe I should go back to the old way.
Listen, I'm not used to having an arm anymore on my microphone. I'm used to it being right here in the front. But I think that would be my daddy issue. My parents, I think unintentionally, all that to say 30 minutes in, 30 minutes later,
I'm with you.
I think all that to say, I think my parents unintentionally, took all the competitiveness out of sports for me without realizing it. But I'm kind of was it a bad thing? I don't know.
Are you competitive in our field?
No. With myself, I always want to be a better, drink bringer. I want to remember orders better.
Have better balancing.
Have better, like, even though I'm not a beer drinker, like, be like, girl, I heard about this one beer.
Better suggestions on beverages.
This one right here seems to be the one. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Like I try to improve in those ways, but it's not, I need to be better than Michael. I just need to be better than I was last week.
Okay. I gotta tell you about last night. Not on here. About last night. I think here we go. Mario Kart voice. Oh yeah, I believe parents can stifle your dreams. I think.
Want to give me an example?
Yeah. I mean, one of my parents was like, "Hey, you're not going to graduate," or not that it was my dream to be a high school graduate.
Comment below if you have a guess of which parent it is.
This is my nervous laugh. Welcome to Nosey with good intentions.
I think they're familiar.
But I think parents can stifle your dreams. I think it can be very discouraging. Sometimes intentional and sometimes not intentional. I don't think we should have picked this topic.
Would you like me to continue?
Please. No. I think parents do it. I'll address me as a parent instead of my issues. No daddy issues for today. Maybe a few more beers. We'll try it next time. But no, there's been times when I'm negative Nancy with my kids, and it's definitely not intentional to be like, fuck those dreams. You know what I mean? But it's not.
Okay.
But there are times when my oldest is like, yeah, I want to do. I'm like, that might not be for you, baby. And I don't say that, but there's times when negative Nancy pops out and I say some shit. And then once it comes out and I'm kind of like, why did I say that? You know what I mean? So I've been working on restraint. I think that'd be the right word. Restraint. Sometimes I just
shut the fuck up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she's only 13, so it's not written in stone, and it's not like she's saying, "Daddy, I want to be a doctor one day," and I'm like, fuck them doctors. It's not that. It's more so her brainstorming out loud. And then me being the sarcastic smart ass I am.
You shitting on her.
Yeah, shitting. Yeah. But again, it's not with
I've witnessed a few of them.
But again, it's just...
You don't believe me.
Oh, I believe you. But not every time.
I'll say, shit on it. Shit on her. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You'll shit on her, and I'm like, shit on her.
So I do think...
But you try to clear it, and I'm like, shitting hard.
Once it's like, oh shit, catch it. But it's too late. So I try to restrain a little bit more than normal.
You think she's going to have daddy issues?
No, because we have fun together.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're chatting.
No, just in general. Like we was talking about her art and stuff, and so I went and got her some new markers.
Okay.
But like ballpoint markers, so you can get more precise lines and stuff. So she's been doing some cool shit. She's been doing some characters.
Okay.
So she merged.
Maybe she could draw something for Nosey. We could put it on the Instagram.
I would do that.
Yeah.
She just she'll show it to me, but I think she's shy about her artwork. Like whereas me, I think I was shy.
You show everybody.
No, what the fuck? I do it as a kid, not as a grown up. No, I get overzealous. Like I'd be like, a new design. Let everybody see.
New idea Tuesday.
Absolutely. And it was Tuesday. Am I lying?
No, that's true.
I
think you're like, sometimes I laugh because
I just get excited. Like the white one.
Here's what I like about you.
Oh, hell.
Shit on me. No. You are the embodiment of the Toys R Us song.
Yeah, duh.
I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
A million toys that something I can play with. It's trucks. It's something. It's video games. The biggest toy store there is.
What is that? What is that called? Human embodiment of that song. No. And I don't even think it's a negative way. I think it's like, I think sometimes I might be a little similar in that way. Like,
you're a grumpy Gus.
I don't. Me?
You be like, yes. I'm like, no idea Tuesday. You be like, kill yourself, bitch. I'm like, yes, sir.
Well, here's what I respond with. Camera one. Hi, camera one. We're only 45 minutes in.
Are we?
No. New Idea Tuesday only involves you.
Well, it could involve you if you want.
What I mean is, none of it has anything to do with me. So you're telling me an idea that you have just to tell me what you're about to do.
Well, if you want
it's
the
not
login.
to ask me if I think it's a good idea. You're just giving me a heads up. You're saying, I'm thinking about doing this thing. What do you think? Do you think we should do that? But what you're really saying is, heads up, I'm about to do this shit.
It usually works out.
And every time I've been like, go
Sounds
for it.
great. I can give you the login if you would like to create some artwork.
It's fine.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, though,
See?
you can't say that I shit on it when I go for it. It literally has nothing to do with me.
Are you stifling my dreams, Kirk?
I say go
of
for
graphic design.
Listen, I tried to encourage your dream of being a barber, and you shat on yourself.
No, it's just financially I can't sit and build up clientele. But I might do it one of these days.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But I'm trying to
forget how.
pretty much. No, I mean I think I'll try again with the daddy issues. There've been times when he's come to me and let me know I ain't gonna be shit and in his own way. About the whole you're not going to graduate, and that was very discouraging.
Oh,
see, I feel.
Did you have bad grades
at one time? Yes, because
so it sounds like he was trying to give you a wake up call.
No, it was my parents were going through their thing, so it wasn't. I am now stupid. It was more like I don't really give a fuck. Plus, I got bored in school.
I could see that.
Whatever.
I was bored in school, and that's why I talked to everybody.
Yeah, I would draw or talk to a couple people. I talked a lot, but it wasn't the content or the material was hard. It was more so I'm really bored because I don't know how they do it now because it's been a while, but back then they would try to make sure everybody, if a couple people fell behind, they try to help them catch up.
No child left behind.
Yeah, and I want them to be
Bushy.
Yes, leave them bitches alone. Leave them behind.
We appreciate that, Bush.
Yes. So when you're already caught up and you've heard the lesson once, and then they're rehashing it in the back or wherever these other students
for the 9th time.
Yes, I'm like, bruh.
I'm like, even on my worst day, I got it on try 3.
Yes, I was the type of student I'd be asleep on the desk, and she'd be like, Michael, what is such and such? And then an answer, go back to sleep. Because I wasn't that
bad. I was too busy talking.
So it was very hard to stay focused. And so he got to a point in middle school where he made these graphs, and I hated them with a passion. They had, the pain meter at the hospital, it's frowning, crying face up to a smiley. It went that way as far as my behavior and grades that week. I had to get those signed and filled out every week. And I wanted to throw them shits out the window.
Sounds like an involved parent. Concerned about their child's lacking.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Just me?
Maybe you should have asked why I didn't care about my grades instead of penalizing me and embarrassing me in school.
Do you think he did and you just didn't know how to explain it?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I just wondered.
No, you're
because I think that would be hard to, like, now looking back, I feel like, I talked all the time because it wasn't that I was smart. It was just,
Squirrel.
If it was a topic that was interesting to me, I was all in.
Who would have thunk it?
Shade.
Mutual shade.
If there was a topic that I was like, ooh, yeah, that sounds good. I was all in.
I was too.
Read the book. Like when I was in 3rd grade, I ran out of books. Me and one other guy.
At the school you ran
Sister
out of.
wives. Me and one other guy. We ran out of books. And so I started reading the encyclopedia. And he was like, I don't want to read the encyclopedia. So I was the only one that read the encyclopedia.
I did it on the internet, Wikipedia. Not the same.
Well,
cachet.
Those big books that they used to say. Yeah. Anyway, so I started reading, I think I got to C or D in the encyclopedia.
Were you enthralled? You didn't make it to the E's?
I mean, it was okay. It was a little less interesting because it was bits and pieces. So it was sort of like,
bites of information.
Instead of like a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just different. But we ran out of books.
That's horrible.
It's one of those things where then the next year, or no, that was second grade. Second grade. Third grade started Accelerated Reader.
What's that? Like the book fair?
Reader. No, it's where you read a book and then you take a test on it.
Oh, hell no. Why am I being quizzed on the information I chose to learn?
Well, it's because I was the only one reading.
Oh.
me and a handful of the other kids were the only ones reading. Everybody else was just pretending to read.
They were skimming.
So about halfway through Accelerated Reader, I was like, I hate reading. And my mom was like, what? I went, yeah, I don't want to read it anymore.
Because of the test, not the books.
And I didn't read again until second year of college.
Damn.
I just got really good at pretending that I read.
You're like, I fake it till I made it.
Yeah. I just knew who to talk to about, what do you think about the book? And they start talking about it. I'm like,
Hell, nowadays you can watch the movie anyway for most books.
Well, true.
Even if it's a low budget, it's still the book.
But Accelerated Reader ruined that for me for a long time. Anyway, I still don't read all that much anymore, but every once in a while I'll read. But anyway, so I think your dad was concerned about his child's grades, and I think you took that as this motherfucker trying to get in my shit.
No, I was getting embarrassed every week. Even my teachers was like, "What is this?" My teachers were like, "What is this?"
Did they not ask your dad?
I don't know. A long time ago, I don't know.
Surely
I just was like,
him.
I no, because he gave them to me to give to my teachers every week. It wasn't like he came to the school and said, "Hey, teachers, I am concerned about my son."
But they never talked to him at all?
I don't think so.
Huh?
But yeah, that and
interesting.
Then, yeah, and I
that
think
is a little weird.
Yeah. You should confer with the teachers and say,
or just be like, "Hey, I'm really concerned. So I thought about this system, or I saw this system somewhere, and I thought, let's try that."
Yeah. So he would say a lot of discouraging things to me. Like this one time, he told me he wasn't quite sure I was his son, and that was pretty. Whatever. See, you're patronizing me. I hurt my feelings a little bit.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was at my grandmother's house.
That's sad.
His mom's house. And I walked all the way home crying like a little bitch. So, I was in ninth grade. It was 9th or 10th grade. So we've had some experiences, but I mean, I have one.
Fuck him.
Whatever. No, I mean,
that's unnecessary.
Yeah, you can keep that to yourself if you don't think that I'm biological.
Yeah.
Even though me and my sister used to be called twins growing up, even though we're 4 years apart.
Yeah.
So it would be some very discouraging things. So
this is the episode you decided to watch. It's okay if you're not
laughing.
It's okay if you could just be mad at yourself.
Oh, my dad? Yeah. Shit, he ain't gonna watch this shit.
Learn a lesson.
Do you know he sent me a text like, "Yo, I preached a sermon on YouTube. You should check, or Facebook. You should check it out." I don't have Facebook, so I
did you send back the thumbs up emoji?
I think I did.
Nice.
That's what he got.
Nice. Happy Father's Day, motherfucker.
Hot mess. No, I think if I had got a little more encouragement, there were certain things I think I would have been.
You should have wrote back. Is it about the prodigal son? The one you're not sure you have. See, that would be my problem. Like, I make sure to remind my dad at random occasions that on the highway, he ripped me out of the car and beat me on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Just on occasion, I like to spice up dinner with a little story time.
Yeah, he got me one time.
And he has to say, and the people go, "Are you for real?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, I was a horrible child. Tell him what I did."
Just having joy in the back seat.
And he has to say, I told him to stop talking, and he kept talking. And they're like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah."
It's embarrassing as hell later.
And I'm grinning.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm like, got him. And I think he knows when it's coming.
Yeah.
Because he starts putting his head down, and I'm like, "I got you, bitch.
Shame.
Gotta get ready. Here I come." Because part of me wants to be like, this was my childhood.
Yeah, was this? I don't think that was necessary.
It wasn't a one-off.
I don't know.
You did not like me as your child because I talked. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do drugs. I didn't, carry weapons.
Right.
I didn't threaten other people's lives.
Wasn't a hoodlum.
I wasn't sitting in my room painting my nails black, talking about how much I hate the world. Like, whatever it is whatever of the list of possible characteristics a child can have.
You didn't have those bad
Mine
ones.
was talking.
Mine too. And mine couldn't hear me.
And you're like, whipping.
Yeah. One time I fell asleep with the TV on. And got my ass whipped, and in my room. And then one time I went to sleep with the window open because it was hot.
Yeah,
but I had the covers on. I got a whipping for that too. It was plethora.
We should just call this war stories.
War wounds.
Daddy tissue. Well, but I mean, like one time I got beat for my sister. So my sister, she would do terrible things.
And it was all good.
She would do stuff that earned a spanking. But she would run. She'd like
she was
run
allowed
up the
to
stairs.
Run?
Allowed. Sure.
Loosely.
So one time that she ran, I happened to be like a witness to the whole thing. And so I start laughing because she's running.
You got your ass whipped for laughing.
What I'm laughing at is that she thinks she's going to get away. And he called her by the foot and hit her one time on the stairs and heard me laughing. And my laugh enraged him so much that he gave up on the actual child that needed discipline and came and beat me for laughter. Laughter and joy.
He's you think that shit is funny, huh? You gonna get this woman too.
Me, my mom, and my sister, we joke about this all the time when he's not around. Sometimes to his face. We'll say, shh, too much joy.
What's he
Pappy
say?
Doesn't like too much joy.
What's he say?
And he just sits there.
He done got told to fight back.
He's given up on life completely. When I first moved home, about 3 months in, I was like, the hell happened here? Like everything was so different than when I left. And I'm like,
they missed you.
I said, mother has Pappy given up on life, mother? And that's how I talk to her now. I love to talk to her like that because she just, well, she says some of this craziest stuff. And so I go, mother. And my sister started calling her mother. And I loved that. That was so funny to me.
Sound so old.
Well, here's how it started. We go to a restaurant. Years of this. And my mom will say, I wish they would come back and bring more drink. They come back, silence. My mother says nothing the whole time. She doesn't
request the drink?
As the server leaves, she goes, I wanted more drink.
Why she didn't say nothing?
So one time, I don't know what was
That's what they're there for.
Listen, I don't know what was going on with my sister, but one time. So one time, the waitress server, excuse me, comes up to the table, and my sister, out of nowhere, is
mother.
She goes, mother, she's here. Did you want anything, mother? Listen. I almost peed all over myself.
I would have died laughing.
I laughed. My mom was so
because she wanted something to
embarrassed.
drink, but she ain't saying shit.
And so my mom had to say, I'd like a little more tea.
And
my mom she starts wringing her hands. She's tore her slap
it's
up.
Just a drink.
Out of her frame.
It's just a beverage.
Oh my God, listen. The first time I took mother to cookout, oh God.
It's too much shit on the menu. That's the problem.
No.
It's too much to choose from.
All you have to do is say tray. No, and what the hell you want on the tray?
Yeah, but
it's written right there.
Yeah, but like the burgers, you can get like cookout style. You can get out west style.
Not the tray.
Yeah,
not the tray.
As far as toppings,
if you pick tray,
yeah, but you pick your toppings.
No,
yeah, you do.
Not at the one we went to.
Oh,
I don't know if not all cookout. No. If you get the tray, you get
equal.
Well, you can say, I want the bacon cheeseburger tray, or I want the cheeseburger tray.
Yeah, but you got to tell them if you want like lettuce, tomato, ketchup, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, they will ask you that, but my point being...
Oh, the foundation is very simple. Yes.
Do you want a burger, a hot dog, a chicken strip,
or a corn dog,
or a quesadilla?
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Not bad.
I get the quesadilla.
They're pretty good.
They're over. I make a better one.
Me too. Much better.
But anyway, it could not be easier.
Right.
You just go,
fairly simple.
I want a tray
yes.
of this.
Yes.
and then two of these sides.
Yes, and your beverage.
And you know the drink you want.
Yeah.
It's the drink you always get.
Yeah. Most people pretty much drink like two different beverages.
She pulls up to the window and she's wringing her hands. And I know it's not going to go well.
Mother.
And I'm like, Mother, it's time to order, Mother.
You put it right on the spot.
And so she goes, Trey, but burger. I mean, it was...
Why'd you look so flustered?
She gets tore slap up. And it is so funny to me.
Mommy.
So I'm
Mother.
like, Mother, it's called a burger tray, Mother. Mother, just tell me you want a burger tray.
And you be instigating like a motherfucker.
And so then she gives up. And so from across, I'm in the passenger seat. So I go, Mother would like a burger tray.
She want to punch your ass, don't she?
So anyway, now, randomly, when we talk on the phone, she'll say something. And as soon as she says something, I'll go, Mother, are you okay, Mother? She just starts laughing. She just starts laughing. She gets tore all out of frame. It is so funny to me. So I just do it more. You know.
Yeah. You're an instigator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it bothers you. I'm going to keep doing it.
Listen. My sister and my dad are the exact same person. So my grandmother, my dad's mom, he's just like her.
Really?
And I love to tell him that he's just like her.
Does he hate it?
Is. Because he wants to be his dad.
What was his dad?
And he's not.
He was a man's man.
No, his dad was, well, you have to remember, I'm seeing him as my grandpa.
Right, not as him as an individual. Yeah.
But I didn't really get to see my grandfather a lot because he was still working when I was going there. So they lived in a different city.
In the same state or a different state?
Same state.
Okay.
They lived in a different city. It was, I went to the orthodontist there. So, it was probably a 40-minute drive, 35-minute drive.
Oh, okay. I know where he lives. So that makes sense.
Yeah. In the undisclosed location,
Yeah,
in the OG undisclosed location.
That was down the street, yeah.
35 minutes, you're like, oh, that's down the road.
Right, and knowing damn good well.
Right. But, I guess with a big city, like when I used to go to the other side of the big city that I lived in, it took me an hour. And then the other big city that I lived in,
that's traffic though, not distance.
30, but it's same time.
You still sit in the car for an hour, yeah, that's true.
Pretty much. So anyway, I'd much rather be moving and seeing different stuff than sitting for the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when I would go and visit them, he was at work. So it was just me and my grandmother. We mostly hung out.
Yeah.
So because she was on disability for her thumb. She had a thumb injury. Anyway, I don't know. It was pretty serious. I don't know. I don't really know a lot of I don't really know anything about it. Like, I just know it was her thumb.
She couldn't be a hitchhiker?
Well, she still had it. I think it just didn't work, maybe. I don't know.
A little thumb action.
Yeah. Guess she couldn't have been a texter. So anyway, so I didn't really, and then when he was there, he was a huge NASCAR fan, specifically Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he watched the race while it was being recorded through VHS, and then would watch the VHS
again. That shit's so boring.
Bless it.
You just go in a fucking circle for 500 times.
I
found out though the reason why a lot of, and I don't know if this is all the fans, but I've heard that the reason why a lot of people enjoy it, they watch it for the crashes. I don't know how true that is. No, seriously, like it's
so fucked up.
But I mean, in real life,
I just watch it to see if anybody dies.
Well, not death, but just a good spin out and burn up the car, and you make it out.
I mean, what else? There's no.
Yeah, they're in a circle 500 times. Yeah. Some of them are 300. It's still a lot of fucking times to watch somebody just go in a circle.
That's a lot.
There's not ramps and shit that it's a circle.
I mean, I remember when I was in high school and they were like, all right, 4 laps around the track is a mile.
Yeah.
And you're like, motherfucker, 4. I mean, I was big. 4 laps.
500. I mean, not all of them are 500. Daytona 500, but it's still several hundred laps.
4 laps, we were like, motherfucker. Now, 500? Really?
No. Fuck no.
So anyway. But I forgot what I was talking about. Oh my God.
You're a grandfather.
Oh, so I think he wants to be like my grandfather because in his mind, my grandfather was the one that turned out the best of his siblings.
Oh, okay.
They all have rough lives. And he had a rough life, but he sort of like built himself up. And I think my dad wanted to be that, but his personality is my grandmother.
See, that's kind of me and my sister. My sister has my dad's personality, but if you made that person into a sweetheart, like somebody nice. If you made my dad nice.
So she nicely chats on you?
No, she's wonderful. But she is very black and white instead of there's no gray in the middle for most situations for her. But she's the nice version of his personality.
That seems like a tough existence.
I don't know. Because when she first had kids, I was like, I wonder how this is going to go. Because she's very black and white. It's this or is that? Yeah. But again, she's the nice version of what his personality is. There is no shading. It's just very direct. Yeah. Whereas I'm my mom's personality. I'm a hot mess. My mom's not a hot mess. I am a hot mess. So, very fluid and jovial.
Off camera, I'll tell you how ironic that is. But I just realized you and your mother are very much alike.
Absolutely. We're so similar. But I'm with you. I think that's part of why my dad is the way he is. Maybe his dreams were stifled. I don't know. That ain't my business. But I will say, looking at my grandparents, my grandfather worked all the time, and my grandmother, she was a nurse.
Yeah.
And so when my parents started working at the same location when they were together at the school, we would go there. So my grandmother actually is the person who taught me who started my cooking journey. Like she taught me breakfast, which is bomb. She taught me how to make them Aunt Jemima pancakes and shit. You understand? Nice. She drank coffee, but I didn't drink coffee, obviously. But she taught me how to cook that first. And then we started learning other shit like fried chicken and all that good soul food, the shit that clog up your arteries, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. Like that, we would go over there and once my grandmother retired, obviously she was watching us all the time. My grandfather was very stoic. He had like a joking personality, but it was when he wanted to joke. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it wasn't.
That's sort of like my mom's dad. Brother of my God, that's the ugly ass baby.
It's hereditary.
Well, he was the one that
brother
famously on the podcast here told my sister and my cousin, if you keep going through that kitchen door and eating, you ain't gonna be able to fit through it.
That's a gangster shit, though. When you get to that age, you gotta be like,
no, he was always that way. It wasn't. See, here's the problem.
Oh, okay, he didn't become
the
a
problem
grumpy
is
old man.
It's not an age thing. Like my mom is already that way. My mom's been that way.
Thugged out.
Oh, yeah.
Thugged out mama.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she's always been that way. There was no part of me wants to be, part of me sometimes I like to be that person.
What you mean? To be that grumpy old man?
No, because I don't think I'm a grumpy old man.
Yeah, you don't have that in you. You can be grumpy, but it's not your norm.
You know when it is?
When you're annoyed by clients?
Well, it's when I have not recharged.
Yeah.
It's when the majority introvert within me.
You need some energies.
I need a minute.
Yeah. I'm kind of that way when I'm tired. But I'm also grumpy normally.
I immediately am grumpy. Or if like this past weekend at the tournament.
I think you were annoyed by the game.
I was annoyed by the wind.
But I could be wrong.
Here's the thing. We the first day, it was me and another guy.
Yeah, the guy you played against in the first game. Yeah. He's cool though.
Love.
He's super cool. Yeah.
Love.
That's what I said. They can go to my hood rich spot.
Yeah.
Now that I've actually talked to them.
Yeah, they'd have been fine.
Cigarettes.
If you would have asked me, I'd have been like, they'll be just fine.
I was like, white people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they'll be just fine. Yeah, oh, definitely. But it was just like nothing was going our way. It's like, sometimes
first day?
Well, sometimes in pickleball, the wind is blowing at you.
Right.
And so you're like, okay, well, so that means we need to hit it a little harder
to get it over
through the wind and get it over the net and to the other side.
Right.
But then when you switch sides,
you got to hit it softer.
You're like, okay, now we got to hit it softer because the wind's still going in the same direction. We're just now with the wind instead of against the wind.
Assisted acceleration.
Wherever we moved, the wind blew. It was.
Should hit him on knee.
Listen, it was so bad. It would be middle of a point. You would go to hit it and the wind would change.
But it's affecting the other side too, though.
Not when I'm the one hitting it. But you know what I'm saying? And it was it was just one of those where we could not do anything right and they couldn't do anything wrong.
Dang.
We had one where we were actually playing really well. We were hitting great shots and they were just there. they would just stick their paddle out and it would hit their paddle. Like it would just, and you could see that they were just like,
oh, they weren't like killing it.
They were just like, fuck it. And it would just zoom back over and you're like, how do you beat somebody that's lucky?
It. Yeah.
Like when you have the Lucky Charms, how on earth am I supposed to beat you until you lose the Lucky Charms?
Pretty much. Yeah, you're just
So essentially that was our whole day. We won 3 games. Oh. But I mean, that was our whole day.
Y'all got done early on Sunday.
The 3 games that Saturday. The 3 games that we won, like tooth and nail fought and drug to the bitter end.
Did y'all play
to win? Well, 7.
No offense.
Well, 7th of 10. So we weren't last. Here's my thing. I just don't want to be last.
Hell no. What about Sunday though? Because Sunday, when I tell you I left, I was like, well, they'll be here all day. I don't want to sit too long.
Sunday.
I'm going to miss some football. And then you called me at like 2:30 because I mean, my team didn't play till Monday.
We're done.
Yeah, I was like,
well, okay. So here's the difference between Saturday and Sunday fundamentally, as far as like just the tournament. Too, so there was 10 teams on Saturday. Mm-hmm. We all played each other. So 9 games.
It's called a round robin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sunday, 10 teams.
Before you go, I think you've told me before, the point of the round robin is to kind of place everybody or?
Well, it depends on the tournament.
Okay.
So some tournaments, you will do a round robin and everybody plays everybody. And then that sets up who's first seed, second seed, third seed. Okay. And then everybody plays the tournament. Right. Single elimination, double elimination, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't do that on Sunday, did y'all?
Saturday and Sunday, they use the format of the round robin. Everybody plays everybody on Saturday. And then of that the top 4 teams, they will play a single elimination tournament. Mm-hmm. Or, excuse me, double elimination tournament. So the top seed of the round robin plays the 4th seed of the round robin. And the 2nd seed plays the 3rd seed.
Like the NBA.
Whoever wins those games, those 2 teams play for gold and silver.
And then that last
whoever loses plays for bronze and 4th place. Yeah. So that's how they did that. Well, Saturday we played everybody and then we were 7th. Okay. So we didn't make the top 4. Sunday, same amount of teams, 10. They decided to split us. So we played 4 games, two teams of 5. 2 divisions of 5, and then only the top 2 of each division became the 4.
It makes sense, except for the fact that they changed it the next day, but it was the same tournament host, right?
Yeah. I'm not really sure why I think it's because they didn't want to stay there all day.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Which sort of sucks.
It was
because
cold,
it's like,
though.
Well,
it was cold out there.
We paid our money.
Yeah, they did.
We paid money to come.
How much it cost? Like $20?
I have no idea. I don't remember. Oh, because you sign up for it.
Oh, months in advance.
A month or 2 in advance. And then by the time it gets there, half the time I forgot.
But it's not like some outrageous
half the time I'm like, oh,
fee,
shit,
right?
I got to go this.
It's not an outrageous fee.
No, I mean, I would say somewhere between I think some tournaments I've played have been $20. Some of them have been $50.
Oh, okay.
One I played was sort of a larger event. Mm-hmm. It was $100.
Oh, that's not bad.
I probably wouldn't play that one again specifically.
What? Oh, okay.
Well, it was just one of those things where it was sort of like you paid $100 to... You just went right into a tournament. There was no round robin, so you just it just a computer puts you in so
it's
some
fair,
sort of,
but it's not.
But it's a double elimination, so you could literally play 2 games and leave.
Oh hell no!
And it's like what $100 for 2 games?
No, I'm good. I could have just
what I mean. Like
run,
at least have it like a double or maybe have it where once you go into the loser's bracket, you just sort of play until you don't want to play anymore.
At least get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Or close to your money's worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I guess we can close on some positive notes.
Okay.
We don't have to close, but I'm going to give my dad 1 drop of kudos.
Okay.
2 drops. So I do have a really fond memory of my dad, of not suppressing my dreams. Okay. The first Super Nintendo came out. My grandmother got me a Super Nintendo. Well, she bought all my systems up until PlayStation 2. Then I think my PS3 I bought because I was working then. Okay. But anyway, when Super Nintendo came out, me and my dad stayed up it felt like 2 days straight. It probably was like 10 hours. But either way, we stayed up in my mind for 2-3 days straight playing Super Mario Brothers, and we beat the shit out of it. It was great.
Nice.
It's a really cool memory. Then the one time I remember him saying he was proud of me is after I joined the Navy. I mean, not that y'all knew I was ever in the Navy, but
may have been.
Yeah, during my 5-year tenure, he was one. There was a time he was like, he didn't say I am proud of you. He just said I would have
implied.
Yes, it was hinted at. He said I would have liked to have joined the Navy, but he's deaf, obviously. So, but he
obviously.
Well, I've said it on here.
Obviously.
Whatever. No, he kind of implied that like it's something to be proud of because I would have done it if I could hear. So yeah. I just made that so awkward.
That was sad.
What? My life?
Sort of a sad ending. I wish you'd have said that one first and then the Super Nintendo one.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay.
You want to do it again?
Take two. I'm kidding. No, that's sweet. No, I mean, I genuinely do have a random few good memories with my dad. Like I think my dad genuinely cares.
Yeah.
I think he just didn't know.
Sometimes you don't know how to project it.
I don't think he knew how to say,
I love you, son.
I don't think he's ever said that.
My dad has said he loves me, but it was long time ago. long time ago.
I don't know if mine's ever said those words.
It's been long time.
But I mean, I guess like I guess he showed me more, like, taking me up to the gym, letting me play. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like all those years when I was a kid, like, even though, he talked me through every game and every mistake I made.
Oh, my dad used to shit on me after the games. I played on
he at
their
least
team.
took me.
No, there was a time I played on the team he coached for the school he worked at.
Oh,
God. I'm lying. He coached the varsity team. I played for the JV because I didn't actually go to the school.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't actually go to school because I was not qualified to go to the school. You know what I mean?
Underqualified.
Yeah. Underqualified. So we lost every game except for one.
Because you were underqualified.
No, I was actually the best player on the team.
I assumed.
Which is very mind-boggling because I was always athletic, but I was not very coordinated.
Well, but I think athletic.
Yeah, I played center.
Like there are some,
I was short.
Like I do feel like if you're an athletic person, like part of me feels like I'm semi-athletic.
No, you're
I was
athletic.
always big.
That doesn't mean you can't be athletic.
But I was athletic. I was semi-athletic at least. But I feel like when you're at least athletic, you're going to be a certain level good at whatever you play.
You're not going to be a scrub. Yeah.
Right.
You might not be the best, but you're not going to be at the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, there's a few guys that I play pickleball with or before I moved. And now I just like randomly see when I can get back. And they're doing good, but they're just like natural athletes. And so they've hit that like natural athlete. This is where, without doing any extra, this is where I can get to. And they're just there and they're having fun doing their thing. So, I mean, it's so I've seen it in action. It's hard sometimes to see it in yourself.
Yeah, I can dig that.
But I think my dad does care. I think he just doesn't know. He has his mother's temper, which he passed along to my sister.
Are you glad you dodged that?
And I say,
you ducked it?
I say, Susie, do you know that you're acting like grandmama?
She's like, yes,
and she looks at me and I'm like, I just smile because she knows I'm right. Deep down, because they hated each other. They never got along.
Her and grandmother? And your grandmother?
Listen, let me tell you a good story about her and grandmama. So, Teeny was her name. Her
your grandmother?
Yeah. Her government name was Ernestine.
Wow.
But my grandfather called her Teeny.
Oh, like,
and so we just
like
all called her. Well, I mean, I would say like,
Grandma
I would say, Mama Fowler. But if I was addressing her to someone else, I would say Teeny. If I was talking about to my mom,
right,
and I would say, oh,
don't
Teeny,
call her grandma,
Grandma Fowler, Teeny, whatever. Or like if we were joking, I might be like, Teeny, whatever. But anyway, so my sister's second wedding.
What?
My sister was married
twice.
She's on her second marriage now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Even like off camera, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll ask you one.
Learning new things every day.
Yes, every
anyway,
day.
That was. I think she's been married for 11 years, 12 years.
Oh, okay, cool.
In this marriage.
Yeah.
Anyway, So her second wedding, which, because there'll be more stories later, which I'm sure
course,
will include the first wedding, which is why I'm specifying the second one.
We're not going anywhere. Sorry.
So in the second wedding,
yes, sir.
My Teeny, she wants to control everything.
Okay.
Which is my dad. So, which is also my sister. So, she comes in and starts trying to do stuff. And my sister in the
for her wedding?
Listen, we're in the church.
It is the day of the ceremony.
No. This is
rehearsal.
Yeah, it was rehearsal day.
Dinner. Okay, gotcha.
We hadn't gone to the dinner, which was at a soup kitchen. Anyway,
that's good.
That's another story. For another day.
Soup kitchen wedding.
I love to say
name of the episode.
Every once in a while, my mom will say.
I gotta text you that. Hold on. Absolutely.
Every once in a while, my mom will say, "Where do you want to go to dinner?" I'll be like, "Is the soup kitchen open?"
That's ghetto.
Yeah. Anyway, so anyway.
That's ghetto.
So we're standing in the church.
Yes, sir.
There's the pulpit. Here's the pews. We're standing in there where the wedding is going to take place. Pastor is there. Everybody that's there for the rehearsal is there.
Okay.
In the middle. And my sister goes, "Mind your fucking business and stop trying to do shit. It's my wedding. Sit the fuck down and shut up."
She said all those words in a church with the preacher, with her grandmother, to her grandmother.
I'm howling. I'm laughing so hard.
You laughing out loud.
I'm laughing so hard. I almost clapped. I almost applauded.
Amen.
Almost applauded it. I was laughing so hard. But that was there. That was their relationship all the time. I'll tell you one more. And then
so they didn't take it
close
personal.
it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, they fought. They would remind each other of all the mean stuff they said to each other. But anyway.
Okay.
Here's one of my all-time favorites. So my grandmother, so the OG undisclosed location was my grandparents, my dad's parents' house. Right. That's the OG location. So
where we started it all.
It's literally across the street
from Mammy and
from
Pappy.
my mom and dad.
And then behind them.
Well, at the time, this was toward I don't remember if my sister, the house was finished after my grandma passed away, I think.
Oh, dang.
So anyway, it may have been a month or two. It was
around the time frame.
It would have been a short time that they lived across the street from each other. But anyway,
they would have hated each other.
They did.
Okay.
So my grandmother was always complaining that my sister wouldn't bring her pictures of my nieces, her grandchildren.
Yeah.
And so my sister, in an envelope, puts a bunch of pictures in there and sits it on the porch. Now, here's the reason. My sister doesn't want to talk to my grandmother. But the real reason is my grandmother slept all day. So it wasn't like you could beat on the door, you could do anything. And she's not waking up.
She wouldn't open the door.
So she was like, here's the pictures. I got to go to work. I got to do, I got to live life.
So it was kind of anal, but it was also you're probably not going to answer the door.
I know you're asleep.
Right.
You're not going to answer the door. I also don't want to talk to you.
But
you know what I mean?
You also want to see your great grandbabies. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
So anyway, my sister gets home and the envelope is at her house with a note that says, "Thanks, but no thanks." So my grandmother, she was mad because it wasn't hand delivered to her.
So they're both petty wop.
Oh, listen. My sister, still to this day,
has all them
R.I.P. Teeny,
sitting in the envelope,
still talks about, every once in a while, she'll go, or she'll go, "Thanks, but no thanks."
And we all know what he's talking about.
Everybody knows what it is.
That's childish on both their parts. Because the moral of the story is she did bring you the pictures. She may not have handed them to you.
Yeah.
But you got the pictures. You got what you asked
Didn't
for.
matter.
Not the way that you wanted it.
But my sister's
That's childish as fuck.
My sister's the same way. My sister's the same way. She's just like her. And that's why they never got along. I didn't care. Listen, my grandma, let me tell you. So pickleball story real quick. Just one real quick. So there's this lady and this guy. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, this lady gets under this guy's skin for nothing. I mean, stupid stuff. She'll just say And he'll go, what? And just be tore up. And so one of my favorite moments is the guy and this other guy. He was playing the woman and this other woman.
Mm-hmm.
And the two guys were winning like 9-1 or something like that.
Damn.
And so 8-1. I think they were winning 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy hit the ball. And I don't know if it was out or not, but the lady said, well, it was out, but I'll give it to you.
Listen, give me shit.
Listen, he was tore out of frame. They lost. The ladies came all the way back and beat them 11-9.
After that one point that she gave him.
That she, quote, gave him. He couldn't function.
Oh, he was pissed.
And so I said, wow, girl. And she just laughed. She knew she did it. She knew what she was doing because she knows when it comes to him. But here's what's funny. He doesn't realize that he can do the same thing to her.
Oh, she's sensitive like that too?
And when he does, it tears her all out of frame.
But she didn't catch on.
He doesn't realize it because he's so in his head. But anyway.
Got him. That's fucked up.
But it's that thing of, that was sort of that back and forth of my sister and my grandmother. They just wanted to get each other.
See, I've never been like that about holding grudges and being.
Listen, she says that stuff to me and I laugh. I laugh and I beat her. I laugh and I hit the ball right to her.
See, I'm good about that.
And dare her to hit it back.
Yeah, I'm good about that type of stuff.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it tears him out of frame for, like, he'll leave. Like, the game will end, he'll lose, and he'll just pick up his stuff and be like, I gotta go. And he'll just leave. He's that tore up level of tore up.
Mess. No, you know what? Now that you said that, we need to do an episode about grudges. Let me write that down.
Oh, write that down.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Holding.
Foreshadowing. Heads up.
Absolutely. It'll be episode whatever is after this one. We might have the same clothes on. I'm just saying.
Anyway, while he's doing that, hope you enjoyed. We're going to go ahead and close it out today. nosywithgoodintentions@gmail.com. Please send us an email. Have we got anything? No. That's okay.
We get DMs, but we don't get no emails. Emails are cooler because they're usually from people we've never heard of.
Well, you can sort of write it out.
Yeah, you can really expound.
Ramble.
What you have to say. Yes. Because
listen,
of course.
Also, if you have a question, like if you have a question about us.
Yeah, I'll tell you my business. We've been doing it for 2 years. Damn near 2 years.
If you have a topic that you're interested in.
Oh,
and you'd like to hear our thoughts.
Topics that were given to us. I'll tell you about it when we get done.
Perfect. Thank you.
Not through email, but I wish they were through email.
Okay, but continue sending those in. Because listen, it helps. Because I mean, you think like there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard, like in the moment. Like we have a whole list.
Absolutely.
But you know, sometimes we'll look through the list. Like we'll add something and it'll be like, that'll be a good one. But by the time that it's like time to record, we're like, we're not really in the mood for that one today.
Yeah. It gotta hit you. You gotta see it.
It's one of those things where when you see the menu, you're like, I'm feeling it's a hot dog day.
Yes. And burger.
And sometimes you're
burger
like,
tray.
I'd rather die than have a hot dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, also, if you need any advice, I feel like we might be good advice givers.
You might be good advice givers.
We could try it. If you have anything you'd like advice about.
Hot mess.
Anyway, we also have Instagram, Nosey with Good Intentions. You can DM us there as well.
Absolutely.
You know, email's just a little ability to long form it.
Yes, absolutely.
So make sure you follow us on Instagram.
I do wonder if the few people who emailed are still listening. I wonder that sometimes.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so.
If you are, hi.
I hope I didn't
if you're not,
the fuck out of
come back.
I'm offensive at times. After you, sir. I'm sorry.
But you know, it's one of those things where sometimes you say something and then later, me or you or whoever,
right.
You'll just say something and later it's like, I wonder how that sounded to that other person.
I do wonder that sometimes.
And so I never take anything offensively because I'm always like, they're probably thinking like, oh God, I wonder how that came across. Because I say shit all the time. I'll just say stuff. Like somebody will say something and I'll just
say something.
Say something. I'll just say whatever pops in my head. I'll just be like,
too. Unfortunately.
Bojangles has a 2-for-1.
You're like, what the fuck they got to do?
And they're like, oh, I guess he doesn't care about how I feel. And I'm like,
I was hungry.
Wendy's has a 5-for-5. And what I'm really saying is, did you want to eat?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
We can talk more about it over food.
My hunger is distracting. Hot mess.
If you're watching on YouTube, hi, hello. Camera one, hi. Didn't really talk to you much today. We were having our daddy talk. Mini daddy talk.
Mini.
I'm sure there's more to come.
Absolutely.
More layers to peel off. But if you're watching, hi, YouTube, Nosey with Good Intentions.
Absolutely.
All of our videos are there, including this one.
Collectively, we are up to, I believe, 100 videos, including Nosey, Petty, and a few
and
friends.
now friends.
Yeah.
Which I'm not invited to.
Oh, you can get on
You're
there.
welcome.
If you want to be on there, absolutely. But the main
Michael.
thing will stay the main thing.
I think it's your straight time.
No, it's just that we decided we're not having guests on here, which I like.
I think that you were like, I really want to talk to straight people.
What the fuck ever. No,
So,
the main thing is
Friends with Good Intentions was born. Actually, Friends with Good Intentions was born, and then I heard about it
live I did.
after he already recorded a few. I heard about it.
I did one
through the grapevine.
It was terrible. Not the guest, just I was so awkward.
Was it the one you released?
No, the live one I did on Instagram Live. That shit was terrible. Only because I was awkward.
Did you do a live one?
Forever ago when I sat right here.
Oh, by yourself.
Yeah, that shit was a mess. Not the guest. I was a mess. Shade. Go ahead and shit on me. But anyway, Nosey with Good Intentions.
Time heals all wounds.
I mean, by now, hell, at least five.
I had no idea what you were talking about. I thought you did a Friends episode.
No. The first one.
That was like a random whoever wants to pop up.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I had already ruined that. I think that was one of the 2 weeks we didn't drop an episode. Wasn't it? I think so.
It was because of you.
I said me.
Yeah.
I didn't say you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 2 times have never been your fault. They've been my fault. I take the blame. Because you got to think.
I appreciate that. And it's on record.
Yeah. I've said that before. I said the whole.
I was late today, 5 minutes.
You weren't late. You're fine. No, the flight thing, going to see my son and got stranded and blah, blah, blah. And then I can't remember.
Yes.
What was the other one? That one that was beyond my control. What was the first one?
Who?
I genuinely don't remember. I'm not even trying to be funny.
I feel like it's one of those things where
Was that before?
every day has gotten shat on, except for this one, but it's coming.
No.
I feel it.
Hey, black.
It's
Heisman that hoe.
There's been some hints.
Some dabbles.
There's
Let's
been
get the
some
fuck out of here.
Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification
please and
bell
thank
so
you.
you're aware of every time we upload.
Mhm.
If you're out there and you don't listen all the way through the extra, is intro and extra? No. Outro, thank you.
Extra.
Through the extra. If you don't listen all the way through the outro,
Most
then you're
people don't.
missing these little gems like
Yes.
a movie. You know how a movie will throw a little clip in there?
Post-credit scene.
That's what we do
Absolutely.
here in the post credits. It's always something different. So if you're out there and you're listening and you have a friend that's like, yeah, I don't really listen to the end. You're like, no. You should.
Keep it going.
A few gems in there.
Keep the party going.
We also have a TikTok. We'll figure something out on the.
We'll try to do something today when Gabby gets off work. I don't know what
the
it
TikTok
is. It's scrolling.
Is
It's just going up the screen right now.
since he said it is actually scrolling.
It probably isn't, because that's part of why it doesn't scroll on time, because I just stick it at the end to when the video cuts off to a
Here's
minute.
my thing. How funny would it be if it just continuously scrolled while we talk?
I could do that.
I think that'd be funny.
I'll do that.
Let's do that on this one. Just try it on this one and we'll see.
Yeah. I had to.
6 months from now.
You want me to double it, or do you want me to make them go up slower?
Like as soon as we go, our email is Nosey with Good Intentions, and it just scroll. Even though we're like rambling through.
Oh yeah, I can
the
do
outro.
that. Yeah. So I had to double it.
Just the outro, not the whole episode.
No,
Oh
I
my
know that. I
God.
know that.
I'd be like, God bless.
No, I know that. I just meant because if I lengthen the graphic, it makes it go slower. But if I double it, it'll go faster.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
Okay. So maybe make a little note of that.
Yeah, we do that.
But whatever our TikTok is, it's on here somewhere. It's either Nosey with Good Intentions or Nosey Podcast. Twitter, Jesus, she's Nosey Good.
I be posting it. I just don't.
But TikTok, we're doing our reels. Reels? No, this YouTube. What are they called on TikTok?
It's all of it now.
What are they called?
Reels.
Are they called reels on TikTok?
Well, I think on TikTok it is a reel, but it's just a post.
Post.
I think all it is videos. So I guess it's called Reels.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Shorts. Oh, YouTube Shorts.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Anyway, it's also on there. We're putting it on there and TikTok. And do you put it on Twitter?
The Reels? Yeah.
No, Twitter Nosey good.
Yeah, so I've been posting it. It's just
look at Twitter.
Look at good.
Look at good.
Anyway, is that all our shit?
I think so.
Thank you for listening to our Nosey. What's it? Thank you for listening to our Nosey nonsense. I had a brain fart.
See ya. Last time?
Get the fuck out. I'm trying to get. Wait, we'll do it one more time.
See you next time.
Turn that camera off.